What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Here putting on my glove. Give me a second. Y'all know how I do. Staying warm out here. Alright, cool. Had to readjust my glove. Alright, but yeah, I'm out here with the dog. You know, y'all can hear the dogs in the background barking, as always. But we're here with the homie Fred. We're walking away. We're walking away. Come on, let's go. With the homie Fred. Come on, let's go. We're walking. He got distracted. There's another dog. But anyways, happy 2020 to y'all. You know, I'm actually glad that I've been doing this whole YouTube journey, sharing, because I'm able to see how far I've come. You know, like, I've taken out some videos, you know what I mean? Some videos, they had like copyright stuff in it. And I mean, I didn't get striked for it. It was just, I made the preventative measure, you know, to take those videos down, you know, just to keep it all the way OG, you know what I mean? So I took some of those down. I took some videos down that, like, you know, probably none of y'all honestly saw, because there were some videos I had uploaded and, like, I might have been really hot, really heated, really mad and angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about to a whole nother level. That's not really cute. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, yes, I experience all feelings and all emotions. I'm just saying, like, you know, as far as on YouTube, though, I'm not about to have a bunch of, like, hate and heavy, toxic, negative energy, angry energy, you know, like, I got all types of people watching these videos. So, anyways, I just had to readjust some of that. But anyways, I mean, I didn't really take down that many. I took down, you know, a good little sliver of videos. And, you know, the rest is up. I've been doing the best with what I had. You know, like, you'll notice the progression in my videos because I have different headphones, different setups, different cameras, different phones, different devices and stuff. So, bottom line is, you can still hear me, you know, especially if you put me on the television. Like, if you link up your YouTube to your TV or to a big iPad or a big computer, or put your headphones in or something like that, you can hear me. That's the point I'm making. And thankfully today, New Year's Day, is very quiet and calm, surprisingly, you know. But how much you want to bet tonight is going to be a lot of partying going on. That's okay. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's just like on this awakening, nothing has been the same at all. Because it's like, you know, the seeds part ways, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, sooner or later, you're like, hey, man, you know, like, day in and day out, okay, I see what's up. I'm done with that kind of lifestyle. So, honestly, many times you just realize you have to be alone a lot, because a lot of people may not be on the same page. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different worlds in this big world. So, I learned just to focus on your own inner world. And that's what I'm doing, you know. And for me, to be honest, I'm not into cigarettes. You know, I'm not into tobacco. I'm not into nicotine. I'm not into alcohol. I'm not into drugs, you know. I'm just into the simple things in life. Nature, vegan food, herbs, spices, you know, whole grains, nuts, you know, traveling, love, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, simple stuff like that I'm grateful for. So that's what I've been focusing on. Water, clean water, alkaline water, you know, juices, animals, all that stuff. So, like, I have been focused on the long term, you know, because it makes sense. My health has been improving, and it's still, you know, in the process. I'm still in the process of transforming, you know, for a long time. Keep in mind, you know, like, for those of us that's awake on this journey, who are really a part of the secret initiate group for ancient Egypt, guess what? We're reversing years of sickness. You know what I mean? That's how I keep going forward so passionately. Time and time again, I hear a lot of people saying, oh yeah, I used to be vegan, but I this happened and I stopped. Or I used to be vegan, but it was expensive, so I gave up. I used to be vegan, but it was hard, so I stopped. All these different excuses or whatever stories. Maybe it isn't meant for them. Just for me, I just had to use my common sense with it. I'm like, okay, this does make sense. If I've gone like 20 years of my life every day consistently, at least almost 3 times a day, eating the wrong stuff with a microscopic amount of fruits and vegetables in there, then guess what? That means my body has been processing and breaking down the wrong stuff for 2 decades. It doesn't just come in, come out. I have been feeling all that stress and anger and sickness and drama and stuff like that in my life for a reason, because my body was turning into what I was consuming. All the mucus, all the dead flesh, all the parasites, all the worms. I don't even want to think about it, to be honest, how nasty it is to like cut ourselves open. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to cut myself. I'm just talking about like just to dissect your own self, and I'm not saying you have to cut yourself open. I'm talking about like to just understand your physiology and your digestion and all that stuff. And that's what I have been doing. That's what I'm doing. So like I put the common sense together. I have been drinking milk a whole lot of my life. Obviously, I was breastfed, and after a certain age, you don't need to be breastfed anymore. So guess what? I was drinking regular dairy milk from the school cafeterias and, milkshakes and ice cream and all that stuff. Cheese fries, hot Cheetos, all these different things. And that's a big mucus builder right there. That's just one thing too, That explains why I'm still cleansing myself of mucus to this day. I'm 2 years and 10 months officially being vegan. I started back in the beginning of April, the 1st of April in 2017. The squirrel just climbed up the tree. But you know what I mean? So like, I'm proud of myself. And they say at 3 years, you can really say you're vegan. But I feel the difference for real. And that's why I keep patting myself on the back with this whole YouTube stuff, because guess what? I'm actually uploading this. I'm actually sharing this. You know what I mean? And like, we got to give ourselves a pat on the back is what I've noticed. Like, that's what I'm saying. In 2020, I'm ready to see a lot of real love come my way. In 2020, I'm ready for all of the love that I've given freely to find its way to me. I'm ready for some explanations. I'm ready for some, understanding. I'm ready for some closure. I'm ready for some unfinished business. I'm ready to receive some apologies. I'm ready to receive, just some deep information. I'm ready and open to receive all of the financial abundance possible. I'm ready for all of that, and that's why I'm saying I'm vegan, and I'm proud because, like, I've come a long way. And, like, for me to leave a legacy like this on YouTube, I'm one of the few. I'm one of the select. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the 1%, honestly, because there's a lot of different ways to go, and, like, the fact that I'm still here doing this says something, It says a whole lot. Because, like, I have been focusing on the long run, the long term. You know what I mean? I have been focusing on what truly matters to me. And for me, what it was to keep my soul, to still, honor myself, listen to myself, but to build something, from like a family legacy type of aspect. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I had in mind, hey, I'm here to at least have a family and to have children down the line. I don't know how all that's going to work out. I'm grateful for all the love. I'm grateful for all the love possible, I don't know how everything's going to pan out. You know what I mean? I just do remember and know that I I am worthy of the best love in the world. So that's why I have been keep going forward with this, because I started seeing things that didn't really resonate with me, and I started connecting those dots. And I'm like, hey, guess what? Do I want to be a quick fix guy, or do I want to be who I truly am? A real legend, a monumental legend, hero. You know what I'm saying? And that's who I am. So that's why I'm glad I've been doing this, because slow and steady wins the race, honestly. Look at Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? Look at Bill Gates, one of the world's most wealthiest people out there, wealthiest family, successful, long-lasting company since I was in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time. His name's been up there. Consistency. He's a left-handed being as well. I'm lefty as well, and like, what do I know from there? It's because, guess what? They're not into like drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's real. I don't even know him. I never met him. I'm ready to meet him though. It's just like, I take note of things, like it's bigger than this whole illusion stage where people think, oh, guess what? Fast paced living, material possessions, this and that. That's where it's at. And like, honestly, deep down the vibes, I knew that that's not where it's at, to be honest, because I started to notice the vibrations and the integrity and the character of people who I had been, either around or, been seeing on different social media platforms, whatever, like a lot of hoopla. And I have been coming up with more of a better truth for me to process. And like, what I did notice, I was like, hey, okay, guess what? I'm here to live a long life. I'm not here to sell out. I'm not here to sell my soul. Even though I really love intimacy with women and romance and stuff, at the same time, like, I'm not here to play no games or play around. Like, honestly, I'm here to just have, a wife, if not multiple. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how all this cookie will crumble. I was just focused on the most simplest, just one. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, that's out of my control. I can only put in, the loving water I put in. You know what I mean? Whatever's meant to be with me will be with me. I walk around with that type of mindset, So, anyways, I just realized I had came to be the priority, and also like some of the lower nature, toxic stuff, hookup, lustful stuff, honestly, really was not resonating with me, and did not feel well within my spirit, to be around or to even think of. So that's why I started to get real with what I desire and what I'm here to do. And that meant, being in my higher nature. You know what I'm saying? I'm no saint. It's just like the simple things I had realized not to, not to be caught up in that type of stuff. And what I mean by that is like, having my own vision, my own enchanted, magical, dreamy, inner world vision. You know what I mean? Before all this media and everything gets in our face and our ears. You know what I mean? That's the type of vision I'm talking about. So that's how I move forward. Because I was like, hey, if I'm going to get intimately and romantically involved with the woman, I'm not here to be out here having them doing some lustful stuff. I'm not out here to be an option or anything. Like, if they're going to be with me, then that's that. You know what I'm saying? They need to just be with me. I'm not playing no games at all. I'm in it for the long run. That's it. I'm not here to be a side piece. I'm not here to have you having any other side piece. I'm here so that I am the one, one out of one. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That common sense, that simple, that real. You know what I mean? And that's how I started to move forward, because a lot of times you see a lot of this, quick fix stuff. And yeah, it's instant gratification. Yeah, it's viral. Yeah, it's got everybody, on the edge of their seats. But then guess what? You notice also the real truth of the vibes of it. And you're like, hey, that might have been real fast, quick fix, viral stuff. But guess what? They sold their soul, and that's, truly not cool within their own spirit and integrity of their character. So I had to get real. Long-term mindset, royalty, true, real royalty. That's what I had to understand. And that does not involve lust. That does not involve greed, That involves highly advanced cooperation and love and harmony amongst one another. That simple, you know what I mean? That simple. So basically, I had to stay strong. That's what going vegan helps us to do too. It helps you to become like an anchor, to become grounded in a world that's buzzing and rushing and racing and forcing, trying to push all this stuff in your face. Being vegan helps you to, become grounded to your own real visions. You know what I'm saying? That's why coming out in nature, walking out in nature with the dog first thing of the day, it's so awesome, especially on a holiday like today, because guess what? It's finally quiet. It's peaceful. You're not having all this distraction in your head. And that's another thing I notice is like, at nighttime, downtown, whatever, the city and stuff, TV, radio, all that stuff, it's a whole bunch of distractions. I get it. The world's a business. I'm just saying there's some stuff that really is in our best interest, and there's some stuff that's just a distraction. And that's what I had to learn. I'm like, yo, some of this stuff really ain't cool at all. It's really just a distraction. They don't sincerely care about us. They just want greed. You know what I mean? So, anyways, 2020. I'm ready to have a good year. Cheers to anybody else walking into 2020 with me. Thanks for coming on the page again. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Like, this page will probably end up seeing 2,100. Right? Yeah. 2,100. Excuse me. 2,100. Wow. That's big. Okay, so anyways, cheers to many more. This is only the beginning. As I'm saying, we'll be here for 2,100. I'm in it for the long run, and nobody's gonna stop it at all. Because I came here to do it. I became aware of who I am. I know who I am. I'm aware of oneness, of all that stuff. Just the simple things I'm aware of the simple things to ensure me to have a life of longevity and freedom and love. So that's what I'm focusing on, as well as learning other key additional aspects to add to my arsenal. So anyways, thanks y'all for staying in tune with eternal authenticity. This 2019, past 2019 year, and 2018 too, and before then. But here's to the first uploads of 2020. So anyways, Fred and I are out. We're leaving. Smells like somebody's out here cooking or something. But anyways, we're out. Fred and I are out. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Take my glove off. Y'all have an amazing day. Let me know what's up. Hit me up for health and wellness consultations. We can do it through any platform.